Hello, my kittens. So it is January the 3rd, what to expect from a day. So we have Four of Discs, Four of Pentacles, we have Knave of Swords, Page of Swords, and we have Judgment reversed. So where is this leading us to? For many of us, I don't know in your country, if it's any different, please let me know in the comments. We had this year 1st and 2nd January as a little bit of repose from the holidays and in preparation for the upcoming year. So it looks like the 3rd is going to be for many a first new day at work. And I really have to tell you that some people will be very cranky. Make sure that this is not you, because this Knave of Swords spells somebody being very harsh, very sharp, and you need to be prepared for it. And this is like what is like Four of Disc does. Like, right, he's like holding on to himself, holding what he has, and kind of like not letting people penetrate in, which could be that this is why somebody is reactive, that somebody kind of like, hey, you never open up with me, hey, you never do this, and it's to you it's going to see unprompted attack, and to them it's going to feel like, oh my goodness, never, we are never getting there, why are we not getting there, what is kind of like going on, right? So it could be a huge misunderstanding. Unfortunately, the situation can render both of you step back, because it looks like there are two people who actually have to work out something karmic. The Judgment being my karma card, which is not fulfilled in this situation. So Judgment allows us to release things, like sort of like it's a bucket list of things we need to do during this lifetime, and this time you're just thinking, oh, I'm going to do it. It just doesn't happen. And it's not just try it again, but it's the entire process. It's like that Wheel of Fortune. Was it not Wheel of Fortune? Yeah, was it Wheel of Fortune, when you were like going up and then you miss one question, you go all the way down. So be very, very careful, because it's kind of like going to be possibly something you will really spend lots of time thinking and doing. This is a very, very important card. And can you avoid it? That's a good question, because if you just had minors, I would say, never mind, it's a one blip, just keep on going, right? So you're on a diet, and then you have like huge meals, and never mind, it's good, you just like kind of like refed with carbs, and now you go back to it, just drink lots of water. But this is kind of like a thing that just like sets you off in a different direction, right? You just cannot go back for some reason. So that's what the Judgment reverse does. It makes us realize that certain thing that we knew we have it, that we can do it, we just actually don't have it fully conquered. And this is a lesson that we need to realize, we need to learn. So the Knave of Swords is never diplomatic. So I'm seeing certain kind of like elements here. You might have Sagittarius around you. You might have, I don't know, Aquarius. You might have Scorpio, because these signs tend to be, in Aquarius, did I say, the most intense of all. And and in combination of that intensity with not having a time to kind of like deal with finesses of it, kind of like really trying to get fast to the goal. The house is burning, you really don't want to hold somebody's hand, right, and just explain to them how this whole process starts. You just scream like, get out of there. So that's the difference between the kind of like really sophistication and diplomacy, which I think it will go for Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Capricorn. They really, really excel in this, where, like some other signs, as the ones mentioned before, a more or less urgency, more or less, let's save you, kind of like a big things that will be the heroes, and so on and so forth. But Pitbull is great in intruder situation, not so great when a mailman comes in. So you have to keep this in mind. So consider the source over here. Consider what they're saying, why they're saying, because clearly both people will consider the other one wrong, and neither of them will feel, I could have handled the situation better, or This person is telling me something. So literally you're going to be told what you need to do this. And neither of you will do it. Maybe this person is just not going to respond. And you're thinking, well, I'm just not going to respond and I'm going to be just fine. Not going to work. Karma doesn't work this way because response is needed. So what the good response would be? It's going to be, I see that you feel this way and I'm just trying to figure out, because truly I didn't do anything different and I'm not behaving toward you any different way. What would you think would be response that you would feel really comfortable with? Because that is pushing you out of your comfort zone, that is pushing you out and putting into learning what the other person might do or might say. The same thing here. Also, there is like this feedback back and forth, right? So what is the Page of Swords? It might be even customer service. I don't know about you guys, but I'm dreading when I have to call customer service, because those responses are very robotic, one in a different country where they can barely understand you and your lifestyle. And then you tell them something, you go on for 5 minutes, and then they go for 15 minutes repeating back everything you said and getting most of the things wrong, and then you have to do the process all over again. And in the end, the only basically solution is, oh, we want to accommodate you as much as we can for us to try to help. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, well then let's think about a different solution where this could have been applied in the first place. So this person here is going to be more than willing to tell them off. I'm not going to do that. I don't think your solution is a great one. I do understand you're following the script. So the feedback here, this person being a pentacle actually doesn't want to communicate. Pentacles being the round edges, right? Everything has to be smooth. So whenever is the sharpness, like it kind of like removes that edge. It's kind of like explosion. Think about the round sun, and then whenever the flare comes out, it affects a whole bunch of things, and it's not in a good way. But this person literally needs that. This person with a sharp edge needs to hear, hey, you know what? I really admire your intellect. I really admire what you are bringing to the table. I really think you're making a huge difference. I wish that you can kind of, be a little bit softer. Not everybody is all the time on up and up. Not everybody is 100%. And you see how now we could have failed in this communication. I think that would bring you here. And then really applying what you have heard would push you in this situation. So what are you going to do? I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All the best.